In addition to using your PlayStation 3 to play games, you can also use it to stream videos, music, and pictures from your Windows 7 computer using Windows Media Player. You will then be able to view them from your PlayStation 3 menu and play them on your TV set. I already have this set up on my computer, so I'm going to set this up on a Windows 7 virtual machine in VirtualBox. I will place a link on screen to a tutorial showing how to install and set up VirtualBox if you are interested. Before we start to set up Windows Media Player, let's get the MAC address for the PS3. Let's turn on the PlayStation 3 now. At the PlayStation's main menu, go to the Settings submenu, then down to System Settings, and the second one from the bottom is System Information. This gives us information such as the version of firmware on the system, which is 3.73 here, the IP address, the MAC address, and the amount of free space and used space on the system. The MAC address is what we want to take note of. Write that down so we can use it later. We now need to adjust the Windows Media Player network sharing service. Click on the Windows Start button, right-click on My Computer, and select Manage. Click on Services and Applications to expand it, and then click on Services. To be able to see the full names, if you double-click in between the two columns, it will automatically size it to the longest entry in the list. This makes them all visible. Find Windows Media Player Network Sharing Service in the list, and then double-click to open it. On the General tab, make sure that the startup type is set to Automatic Delayed Start, and then click the Apply button. You can now close out of Windows Computer Management. Let's open the Windows Media Player. It's usually available in the taskbar, but if it's not, click the Windows Start button, All Programs, and then Windows Media Player. I've never run Media Player before on this system, so it's wanting to do the initial setup now. I'll click the radio button to select recommended settings. Click the Finish button. The first thing we need to do is click the Stream button, and then we need to select Turn on Media Streaming with Home Group. On the sharing screen, you can leave the defaults or make changes if you wish, and then click the Next button. You should record the password for the home group for use in the future, but we won't need it to enable streaming on the PS3. Click the Finish button. We need to make a couple more changes before setting up the streaming options. Click the Cancel button. Click the Stream button, and then select Automatically Allowed Devices to play my media. On the Allow All Media Devices window, select Automatically Allow All Computers and Media Devices. Now, the Automatically Allow Devices to play my media is essential to be able to play the media on the PlayStation. Click the Windows Start button, Control Panel, Network and Internet, Network and Sharing Center. Click the Change Advanced Sharing Settings link. There will be separate options here for home or work, as well as public. Make sure home or work is expanded. Under Network Discovery, make sure that Turn on Network Discovery is selected. Under File and Printer Sharing, make sure Turn on File and Printer Sharing is selected. Under Public Folder Sharing, make sure that Turn on Sharing so anybody with network access can read and write files in the public folders is selected. Scroll down to the Media Streaming, and click the link to choose Media Streaming options. Click the drop-down next to Show Devices On and change it from Local Network to All Networks. Now look in the list and find any devices labeled Unknown Device. Here we can see I just have one. We need to double check and make sure this unknown device is actually my PlayStation. Let's double click on it. And reviewing the MAC address here, I can see that that is my PlayStation. Now if we had devices listed here that we didn't want to allow access, we could change the drop-down from allowed to blocked. These devices here are all mine and are all allowed access. As long as the PlayStation device shows allowed, click the OK button. Now if you had made any changes here, click the Save Changes button. After saving the changes, close out of the Advanced Sharing Settings window. We are now going to tell Windows Media Center the location we store our videos, music, and pictures. If Media Player is not already open, click the Windows Start button, All Programs, and then select Windows Media Player. Click the Organize button, Manage Libraries, and then we'll select Videos. The Videos Library Locations window will open. Under Library Locations, it will list the current directories and locations being indexed by Windows Media Center. Here we can see the Videos folder in my user's home folder, as well as the Videos folder in the public folder. Now I've set up some additional folders I want to show you how to add here. You can add an additional location here by clicking the Add button. And now we're going to browse through the new location. I have a PS3 share on my C drive. In there I have a Music, Pictures, and Video folder. I'm going to select the Videos folder, then click the Include Folder button. We can now see the new video folder showing up in the list. Click the OK button. Now that we've set up the additional Videos folder, we can now go through and select the folders we want to use for the music and pictures. Now each time you open back up Windows Media Player, it'll scan each of the library locations you selected. It'll include any new entries and remove any ones that are no longer there. Before you will be able to view any of these new entries, Windows Media Player needs to be launched and allowed time to scan the folders. This usually takes less than 30 seconds, depending on how many files you have there. Let's close Windows Media Player and open it back up. When it's complete, it will show Update Complete in the bottom right-hand corner. If it's updating information, it will also show that. Now either start or restart the PlayStation. At the PlayStation's main menu, let's change to the Video submenu. Now here we can see my two Windows Media servers. Each one shows up with a white icon that says Windows inside it. It then lists it as the computer name and then the username. This top one, Fusion, here is my personal one that I use to watch all my shows from every day. Here we have our new Windows Media server, with JagWin7A as the computer name and JagTutorials as the user. Let's enter the menu for the Windows Media server. Now even though we entered the video menu, it has music, video, pictures, and playlists. Now the default folders that I set up, I put a custom music file, a custom video file, and a custom video file in it. However, if we go into music here from the video menu, there's not going to be anything listed. That's because when you go into the video menu, and then you go into the music menu, it's actually looking for music in the video folder, which is why those are blank. So you have to go back out to the main menu of the PlayStation, and then you either have to go to the photo or music submenus to be able to view either of those options. So let's go into the videos menu. All videos. On the top and bottom I have the default videos from Windows. I have Still This Film Part 1. This is made available for free. And then it works just like your DVR. Fast forward, rewind, skip through scenes, slow motion, all the good stuff.
So I logged into the servers and everything was still alive, so I have to go back up.
Okay, let's back out of this. Right out to the menu, we'll go over to music instead of video. Go into our new server again, music, all music. And again at the bottom we have 3 files that are included with Windows by default. I also in our custom folder included this 9 Inch Nails song Discipline from their album The Slip. that was made available to download for free from their website. And again, here you have all the same normal controls that you usually would. The last thing we're going to do is back out to the main menu, go into Photo, then our Media Server, Pictures, All Pictures. And again, we have a ton of files that are included with Windows by default. Here we have our custom file. So now if you use R1 and R2, you can search through the files. If you get to one that's on the side like this, you can use R2 and L2 to be able to adjust it. Okay, now we confirm that we have everything working. Now going forward, we just have to copy our new files into the specified folders and make sure that we restart Windows Media Player and give it long enough to index the files, then they'll all be available on our PlayStation. Everybody should now have the Windows Media Player set up to allow streaming of video, music, and pictures from their Windows 7 computer to their PlayStation 3.